Get into the time. Once again, it is 8:10 here in 88.7 FM KAZI. We're going to talk transportation. As a matter of fact, we're going to jump into a little something called light rail and get into the information on light rail. I know. As opposed to heavy rail.
Yeah.
So, thank you very much. All right, Jocelyn Vokes is in the building. Good morning, Jocelyn. How are you doing?
Good morning. It's good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. And thanks for putting up with our humor, as crass and crazy as it may be. It probably helps you.
Yeah, she didn't leave yet.
This is true, but
Still
yeah,
here.
we just got started.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We'll see.
Okay, so this is a really, really deep subject, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. There's a lot to look forward to light rail.
There is,
And some people are saying, yeah, cool, and some may have some reservations. But let's get into the good stuff, though.
Yeah, so we're talking about bad traffic in Austin, bad weather. We need more reliable transportation. It took me an hour and a half to get home yesterday. Traffic was really bad yesterday. And it's starting to look like our big metros in Texas, and it's only going to get worse. Austin population has doubled every 20 years. And so we're looking at, in 2045, the greater Austin area is going to be up to 4 million people.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
you think traffic is bad now? Just wait.
Oh my goodness.
So
A bunch of those are going to be my cousins, though, because I've been telling them all to come.
Oh, they're all moving
So
here.
they're most of them. I'm at fault. I'm sorry about
I
that.
thought you was keeping your cousins away from
Nah,
me.
I decided to bring them in.
They coming from California?
Yeah.
And East Coast. He got
Those
cousins
are
on
the
both
ones
coasts.
I had to bring in.
Yeah.
Because it
Aw.
seems like, I just want to aggravate the true Texan people, because those are the people they don't seem to like to come. So I invited those.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
Thanks a lot.
See? I have a question then.
Yeah.
So what you're saying, that ridership has fluctuated over the years. What strategies are being implemented to increase ridership and ensure that service meets the current and future needs?
Yeah, so it has fluctuated thanks to, pandemic, work from home, remote jobs. There's no doubt there. But the fact of the matter is we still have to keep people moving in the city, especially if, governments are going to come and tell us to, come get back to the office and everything.
Yeah.
Then everything is going to be just at gridlock downtown with this many people coming in. So we do need to provide more reliable service, and we're very fortunate. Back in 2020, during the pandemic, we actually passed Project Connect. And so that's a dedicated tax revenue that's going to pay for a whole bunch of improvements, including pickup zones, a new metro rapids. And so it's really a total system that's really going to that has already brought improvements in several areas. But now we're looking at our part is constructing the light rail at Austin Transit Partnership. So that's looking like construction is going to break ground in 2027. And we're looking at delivering the full system in 2033.
Wow.
So folks are going to be able to ride from 38th Street south on Guadalupe down across the river on a new bridge down to Old Wharf and South Congress. And then once they cross that bridge and they land on Riverside, they're going to be able to go out east towards 71 and Riverside.
That's gonna be nice.
It'll be transformational.
It really will. So what are we looking at in terms of how long that's going to take? And how's it going to affect, I think a lot of people are like, okay, cool. How's it going to affect our current drive?
We will have construction. It's not going to be 6 years of construction on that whole line for all those 6 years. We're going to have a schedule, and we're going to work things out. We're going to work things around festivals, around college schedules, whatever the case might be, so that we can get a portion in at a time.
Yeah, because that's gonna be a lot. Because that, like right now, if I drive, where am I going? Like if I go close to 183, up near Breaker, Duval, a little bit past that, is construction city.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. It's like, y'all ain't finished, no disrespect, but y'all ain't finished with this thing yet? Come on, let's go.
I want more people to get excited about this, because they're not listening to what she just said. Every 20 years doubling. 2045 having 4 million people.
Right.
Light rail is the key. Light rail can carry significantly more passengers than buses. And that's the fix. That's how we get to where we need to get to. Improved air quality. Does anybody care about that? Because if we're going to just keep growing, I lived in California. I know what smog looked like. Y'all talking about that fog out there today.
Yeah.
We're heading that way. And
Right.
so, again, we want that. But let's talk disadvantages, though. I'm a little curious here. High capital costs. So we know that's going to take an initial significant investment. Could you talk a little bit more about that part?
So a lot of people question, the finances. Like any responsible Austinite should be keeping an eye on what's happening. But what we're looking at, that's you. What we're looking at is what we have to do is get the bones of a good structure through the heart of the city. So what that means is, like you're mentioning, good air quality. This is an electric train, and so what that means is we cannot put rail in the middle of the streets in Austin without moving the water pipes from under that electric system. That'd be bad news. So this is really a utility relocation project through the heart of the city, which is then going to have light rail on top of it. So when we look at the costs of implementing the program, that's where the majority of the costs are going to be.
Okay. I want other people to think about some of the advantages. I want to be fair because I don't want to just go disadvantage. Let's talk about there are going to be some benefits to neighborhoods and businesses, because wherever that system is now going to be set up, it's going to attract businesses to that area. And so now we're talking about neighborhoods that are going to benefit. Is that would that be correct? And one of the things.
So our organization is Austin Transit Partnership, and the partnership part of that is because we're working with the city of Austin and all of their permitting, affordable housing, and everything, and Cap Metro as the operator. And so that partnership brings together a lot of good in that we can work with the city, and the city buys property for affordable housing on Riverside, and then we look at that affordable housing site, and we can put a rail station right there that's ready to serve at Grove, for example. So Grove and Riverside, there's ACC Riverside, and then there's going to be a whole bunch more affordable housing and mixed-use development for making it more transit-oriented friendly, so people can actually walk where they live.
That's one of the things I wanted to jump on there is enhance the accessibility. And so for our seniors, for those that are trying to get around, this is where you want to be when it comes to light rail. Our seniors, those with disabilities, others with other mobility challenges to get around, it's going to be a lot easier for you. And then one other item is this is going to be a positive image to the city. You think companies that want to come here and invest in our city aren't going to be like, oh, wait a minute, you guys have progressiveness because you have a light rail, you guys. And so us investing in public transportation signals that we are a city on the move.
That's right. Yeah, it's a next step for us being a big growing city here in Texas.
Yeah, you'll better have your workers or whatnot. They can live in one place and they can go and work downtown, wherever that is, but they don't have to deal with the whole parking and all the permitting that comes with having a car. Even though we did away with, registration or inspection, I think has been taken away recently, right? Yeah, so.
There are people complaining about education, and I want to just cast a little light on that. So some of our educators, we know they don't make a lot of money, but they got to be down here in Austin at the Austin schools. They can't afford to live in some of the places where they're at. But to your point, you just said it. They could commute in. You said you're trying to work around the schedules. You mentioned school, so we're not just talking UT, but we can get people to come from the peripherals, have them come down into the city, teach, and then they got to hop and ride right on back out.
That's right. I mean, so we have phase 1, which is going in right now. At each of the lines, north, south, and east, we're going to have a park and ride. So you can leave your car there for free all day, and then you can ride the train in. And what this does is a lot of people will say, well, I don't, it's not convenient for me to travel 38th, Old Torf, 71. My work is outside of that. What this does for everyone in Austin, we're not expecting everyone to jump on the train, but it gets cars out of your way. Keeps Austin moving.
There you go.
Keep us weird and moving.
That's right.
At the same time.
We need a T-shirt.
Yeah, exactly. Weird and moving. Yeah, exactly. Now, where can people find more information on this? Because I understand you guys I've got the thing right here, the information here on Facebook. It's Austin Transit Partnership.
That's right. Yes.
All right. And you're on Instagram as well.
We are.
Okay. And that's ATP_org.
That's right.
Okay. On X, ATP_org. And also LinkedIn. You guys are on LinkedIn.
Yeah, so that's one of the benefits is we're going to be hiring a lot of people to do construction.
Courtney.
You know it.
Maintenance, operations.
Courtney.
Y'all
looking for a job?
Y'all need a chief?
See, he
Johnny
wanted
Chief?
he wanted to be sheriff.
Sheriff,
and
sorry.
I don't
Sheriff.
I don't
Yeah.
want him to be sheriff. So I'm trying to push
I
him
could
to
be
any
sheriff.
other
Yeah,
job.
you can.
I could be sheriff of the
No,
train.
no. The
Why not?
light rail sheriff, is that
Get you
sound
a
like a
little
position?
badge, a
we
little
could-
I'll
star
take
you
a
can
badge.
wear.
Yes, please. See,
She's gonna
She's
give you
speaking
your
to
own
me.
star.
all I need is one gold star, and I'll do whatever you
Light
need.
rail ranger.
Bingo. Done. Sold. I'm in.
Give me a little 10 star.
That's it. It ain't even got to be 10. It can just be one of the ones that you just put on your adhesive. Just regular.
There we
stick.
go.
Oh my
Nice.
god.
Yeah.
Low expectations. I
Facts.
like it.
Yes.
Facts.
He'll
I'll
be
work
okay
all
with it.
day.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right, Jocelyn, thank you so much for coming in and informing us about light rail. We certainly appreciate your time.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
me.
Thank you so much. And we look forward to it. Once again, y'all check it out. Facebook, Austin Transit Partnership. Instagram, ATP_org. X, ATP_org. And also Austin Transit Partnership on LinkedIn. All right. All right, let's get back to it. It's the morning grind on 80.